Chris.
And I'm Carrie.
And this is our Strength and Stretch class. I'm going to be demonstrating for people who want to stand, and Carrie will be demonstrating for those that wish to stay seated. Everybody, whether you're standing or seated, should have a chair so that you can hang on to. So this is my chair. I would hold on to this when I'm doing the exercises. However, for purposes of this demonstration, to make it easier for you to see what I'm doing, I am not using the chair. But you should be using a chair. We're going to be going through a series of upper body and lower body exercises. As always, if you feel uncomfortable, any of the exercises bother you, don't do them, or you can modify as you see fit. Anything you want to add, Carrie?
Just be safe, have fun.
Have
Feel
fun.
free to have some water nearby.
Yes.
Be
And we should do a little warm-up, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay, so let me put that weight down and let's march. So for this warm-up, if you don't like what we're doing, you can do anything. The whole idea is just to move and get the blood pumping.
Aye, aye, Captain.
How about some toe taps? How are you feeling today, Carrie?
Pretty good. I'll
Yeah.
feel better when this is done.
Oh, we all will, because exercise always makes us feel better. How about some knee lifts? Start swinging those arms. Again, it's not important what you do, you just want to move. Anytime you lift weights, you always want to warm up a little bit first. All right, back to that march. How about taking a big inhale, exhale, roll those shoulders back, and let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, shoulder roll. And I always like for people to have their arms out and circle just to make sure that you've got some room on either side of you. Go the other way. And shake those arms out. What do you think? Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We're going to be doing 10 repetitions of each exercise. Our first exercise is the one-armed row. So, doesn't matter which hand or arm side you start with. If you're standing, you want to step back with the leg that is on the same side as the weight. You want to tilt slightly forward, and you want to lift that weight up to your hip, elbow back, and lower it slowly. So we'll start here. 10, 9, and I'm not going to count all of them because you don't need to hear all that. Keep the stomach pulled in nice and tight. 3, 2, and 1. Now, while you're here, I'm going to do a lunge.
In the seated version, we'll do a kick and we'll let the weight rest on our thigh.
So if you're standing, you want to make sure that, again, imagine that the chair is still here. You're holding on, your stomach's in, your heel is off the back leg, the heel's off the floor, you're nice and straight, and you're going to come down and straight up, or kick straight out. So here we go. 10, 9, squeeze that butt. 4 more. And 1. Good.
I felt it.
Me too. All right, let's switch to the other side. Same thing. If you're standing, step back. Both of us are leaning slightly forward, shoulder stays back, abs engaged, and here we go. 10. Last 4. And 1. All right, if you're standing, lift that heel, shoulders back, and here we go. 10. So I'd be holding onto a chair. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right.
Breathe.
Did we tell them to breathe?
I think we forgot.
I think we forgot to. Make sure you're breathing. All right, next up is an overhead press. If you have shoulder problems, you might want to skip this one, or you might want to not go up as high. So when you're ready, 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And as always, you don't have to do all 10 if you don't want to. Everyone's got different size weights, so just listen to your body. And let's go ahead and do the other side. And the other thing is you can hold the weight like this, or you can hold it like this, whichever is the most comfortable. I find this way the most comfortable.
Or
So.
you can do it without the weight.
Or you could do it without the weight. Excellent suggestion. All right, here we go. And if you're counting, we've got 4 more. And if you're not counting, we have 4 more. 2, and 1. Okay. Standing, we're going to do a wide squat. You do not have to use the weight. If you are using the weight, however, you want to hold it close to your body. You can hold it like this or like this, but you don't want to have it out in front. You want to hold it close. And you want to bring those feet as wide as you comfortably can. What will you be doing, Carrie?
I put my weight down so that I can hold on to my chair. We're going to be leaning back a little bit if you can to get your abs engaged. And we're going to be opening our legs when they squat and squeezing the legs and abs when they straighten up.
All right, here we go. Ready? Oh, and one other thing. So make sure that if you're squatting, that the hips go back and you should be able to see your toes. If the knees are covering the toes, then your knees are going too far forward. So the wider your legs, the more you're working the back part of your body, which is what we're trying to do. All right, here we go. 10.
Squeeze.
And you go as low as you feel comfortable. You might want to just go this far down. It's all how you feel. Are you counting?
That's 3, 2,
and 1. All right. Whew. All right, next up, bicep curl. 3 different ways you can do it. You pick the way that you like. You can do the hammer curl. You can do the curl where you have I don't know what you call this.
palm forward.
Palm forward. Or you can start off and you can curl So you start off with the palm facing inward, and then it comes towards you as, so you decide which one you like, and just do 10, 9, keeping those stomachs in nice and tight. And one more. Now we don't have music playing with this, so we encourage you, make it a little more fun, put on some music that you like while you're watching this. Not too loud, because I know you want to be able to hear us. All right, ready? And other side, 10. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're going to use our hip adductors and we're abductors. I always get those confused. Which is lifting our legs to the side. Carrie, you wanted to, so if you're seated, you're going to go like that. I'm going to pretend that this weight is the chair that I'm holding onto, and I'm going to lift and lower. You want to stay nice and tall. You want to sit up nice and tall. You don't want to lean. You want to let the leg muscles do the work. So here we go, 10. 3, 2, 1. Other side, same thing. Four, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Remember, if you get thirsty,
Grab that water.
grab that water. Of course, do we have water? No. But you should. All right, next up, we're going to combine that one arm row that we started with a tricep extension. So the setup is the same. You're going to lean slightly forward, shoulder back, but once you
Turn so they can see.
once you get the weight to your hip, you're going to straighten that arm out behind you, bring it back to the hip, and lower. So we're combining the one-armed row with a tricep extension. Okay? So abs in tight, ready, and here's number 1. And I'm not talking because it's hard for me to talk and count at the same time. And I said 10, I'm trying to stick to that. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you might feel that quite a bit in the back of your arm, and that's perfectly natural because it's a smaller muscle, so that's a little bit more challenging than that part. All right, other side. Here we go. Up, back, in, and down. Halfway. last 3, 2, and 1. Okay. For our leg exercise, we're going to do knee lifts. We're going to alternate. So again, I'm going to pretend that this weight here is my chair, and we're just going to slowly lift one at a time. So, okay, we're not going to count those.
Okay.
All right.
Let's practice.
That was practice because we have to both start on the same leg.
Yes.
All right, and here we go. Nice and slow and controlled.
Pull in that belly button.
I've got 10 more. One more on each side. Okay. Whew, I'm working up a little sweat.
Me too.
Okay. Next, we've got
Straight arms.
straight arm. Can't read my own writing. We're going to push that weight back. Again, I'll show you, I'll turn to the side this time. So you're just going to push that weight back, keep the arms straight. Really think about squeezing that shoulder. Ready? 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Shoulder back, abs engaged. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to work the adductors. I said adductor before, I meant abductor, now we really are. So the adductor is just the inner thigh. So this is, I'm going to pretend to hold on. This orange weight is my chair. And I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to cross it over my right. Carrie?
I will do a little kick forward so I can cross over at the ankle, trying to squeeze that inner thigh.
All right. I also refer to this as a soccer kick.
Last one.
Did I sneak in an extra one?
That was 10.
Okay. All right, other side. Again, my imaginary chair, and here we go. And last one.
Yep.
All right. Okay, last set of exercise. For the arms, we're going to do a lateral raise. We're just going to lift that weight to the side. You don't want to lift it any higher than your shoulder. You also can change how it feels by bending the arm. So I'm going to be bent, since this weight is kind of heavy for a shoulder for me, I'm going to keep my arm bent. And Carrie,
Be more straight.
she's younger and stronger, so she's going to keep her arms straight, okay? but we're both gonna keep our stomachs in and our shoulders back and down.
Yes.
And here we go. And if you don't wanna do 10, you don't have to. Two more?
Yep.
Good. And switch to the other arm. Yeah, that's good. Give it a little shake.
Shake it out.
All right, here we go. Other side. Four, three, two, and one. Oh, I'm ready for that last exercise.
Me too.
All right, last exercise is the hamstring curl. If you're standing, I'm going to turn from the side, you want to try to kick your butt with your heel.
For seated, make sure you're sitting tall. You're going to try to bend your knee and just bring the toes back as far as that knee will let you go without pain.
That's the key part,
Yes.
without pain. Okay, so once again, this is my imaginary chair. We're going to alternate legs. So we've got 20 in total, and here we go. Oh, wait a minute, guys.
Do over.
Do over. Okay, here we start on the right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that was 10. And last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew,
We made it.
made it. Now, if you're really feeling ambitious, you could start this all over again
If you're on the portal.
if you're on the portal and go through it one more time. But we are done. Do you want to do some stretches?
I think we should.
Okay, let me put this down. And I'm going to join you in the chair for these stretches.
Sounds good.
Okay. Hamstring?
Sure. First
Well,
one's going to breathe.
Okay, breathing is good.
Let's do one more. All right, now we can do the hamstring stretch.
Okay, extend one leg, flex that foot, take a deep inhale. I like to support myself by putting my hands on the other thigh so that I can keep my back as flat as possible as I lean forward. And when you feel that stretch, you can just stop and breathe. One more breath. And slowly roll it on up. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Always before you hinge forward, always make sure that you're as tall as you possibly can to protect your lower back. One more deep breath. And then roll it on up. What would you like to stretch?
I'd like to bring my arms, I'm going to hold my hands together, but you could also hold the chair.
I'm going to hold the chair. I'm going to turn.
We can both turn.
Okay.
So I'm holding my hands together. Chris is holding the chair. Think about pushing the shoulders down or slightly leaning forward away from your chair until you feel that across
Oh,
the
that feels
front of
good.
your chest. So you want your shoulders away from your ears.
So no hunching.
Yes. Keep breathing. One more big inhale. And gently release.
How about a tricep? So one arm up, let that hand fall behind your back. If it doesn't look exactly like this, that's fine. You just want to get a stretch in the back of that arm. You can take your hand and give it a gentle little push if you want. Try not to pull on the elbow. Try to keep the hand, if you are assisting with the stretch, on the top part of your arm there.
For the overachiever, you can always add the other hand behind.
There you go. For the overachiever. I'm going to stick with this one. All right, shake it out. And other side. And the sides are usually very different.
Yes.
Are you going to overachieve again?
Yeah, but not right away. And if that hurts your shoulder, don't do it. It's just to get some range of motion.
Again, you can push gently. All right.
I feel good.
I feel good too.
Take a nice deep breath, drink your water, and have a wonderful day.
Thanks for joining us.